Bro, why the fuck is there women out here with full blown degrees, come from good family, good backgrounds, they nice women or whatever the case may be, and you talking to niggas who be in whole full blown shootouts? Like, what? Where the fuck does he even?
And then the worst part is then, you know, he didn't finish high school. He's got no prospects. He's got nothing going for him. You give him a baby, and then you'll be telling the rest of us that he manipulated you. He's a mastermind. He's a super villain. He's just a genius level like criminal. He's not. He's not. He's not. And we know as men, we know because we were once around them, right? And we made the pertinent choices in our life to say, I'm gonna go right and you're gonna go left. Some of us got, you know, parents at home that said and showed us that this is not what you should be doing. And some of us had to learn hard. Some of us had to learn the harder way. But eventually, a lot of us get the message and we say, we know what the streets are about. We know where it's going. We know the outlook for that. We know that you're going to be on the run with the fast money. You're going to be in the clubs with all the attention, but for then you'll be dealing with the attention of men in prison. And we just made a decision to say we don't want that. But before we continue and let him continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss no uploads. Still trying to do 2 a day. Still trying to pay this rent. If you just come across this video, then and you didn't get a notification, then yo, go ahead check the bell. I say it all the time because it happens all the time. So, or let them continue on this. But it's the same trope that we see, right? You see as men, you've seen wonderful women, wonderful, right? From great homes, from in the church, from 2-parent homes, with great examples around them, great degrees, like useful degrees, not just nonsense, full of potential, brimming with potential, but for whatever reason, locked in tight with this knucklehead that is taking advantage of her. The amount of times that we hear complaints, I personally hear complaints about baby moms and baby fathers. And I know great ones on either side. I'm looking and say, why couldn't life is like match you guys together? Now, I don't want to say that this is particularly just make this a gender thing, but it kind of has to be. You don't really see men getting with women that are that toxic and that evil for them, and then not coming around and saying, yeah, man, here's a reason why that ish was good. I love that toxicity. But you don't call them a mastermind. You know how you manipulated. You know what you're doing. You know what you're looking at. And at the end of the day, most men are going to look and say, you know, it's your fault. There's no excuse available to you. There's no cushion. There's no saving grace. You know that was your fault. We don't. She was not, you know, a super villain from the comics where she just outthought you. And no, you got taken advantage of. There's probably other people around you, other men, who look at you and you say, this isn't really great for you, but you keep walking that course and you know what's going to happen. She watches you struggle to make sure her life is quote unquote easier. You're breaking the bank. You're borrowing money from your friends. You're going into debt to make it appear as if she has a soft life. And you think this is the way it's supposed to. Yeah, but man, we can call each other out and say, yeah, that's not really it. Well, stop. You can't blame her for that. All those decisions are yours. Women, we had a conversation. It's very different. It's very different. This guy, this bum, this guy without a degree, without a GED, in and out of prison already. And if we want to get darker with it, DV. And yet you're locked in with him. He's going out there talking about, let me get your tax return money so I could do X, Y, Z with it. And for whatever reason, we cannot pry you from that, cannot save you from that chokehold.
I'm talking about you made good grades in school, this, that, and third, but you talking to a nigga who skipped school, who, oh my God. I'm just sitting here thinking about this shit. I'm just like, I was just always wondering, like, why the fuck do women always talking to the whole opposite of what the fuck they really need to be talking to? And they be acting so surprised when they get into some bullshit or some shit go down. Oh my God, bro. What the fuck has a generation come through, bro? This shit.
Listen, allows man, we get that frustration. You know, we've been there, we've witnessed it, we saw it. I even way back in high school, some were really girls I was interested, close to me, and my boyfriends, and they would nonstop talk about how bad it was, how awful things were. It's just like, yo, you're running to be valedictorian. What is happening here? And I get there's this book, there's academia intelligence, there's street smart, but that's high school version. Now we're talking you 30, 40s. You're accomplished. You're top or on your way being top of certain in your field. And then the one you're with is the guy that's on the couch, borrowing your car, dropping you off to work, forgetting to pick you up on time. And then the rest of us are left to kind of carry that, right? Carry that notion forward. This is what's wrong with you men. No, no, no. I've seen other videos, other think pieces where we're trying to make it the rest of men's problem, the ones you've encountered in your life that did you wrong. And I'm here to no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially because, and the reason is very simple. Men know what it takes to be on the side of, or at least walking a more righteous path. And it takes intention, it takes effort, and it takes a bit of pride. When you are comfortable doing your woman dirty because she will always be there, there's a certain sort of like bastard in you. And men strive, a lot of men strive not to be that. It's an easy way to go. The problem was it looks like it's rewarded. It's one thing if it's just with, you know, the also toxic ghetto, the worst of everyone's culture. When I don't say ghetto, just think black. But it would make sense if those people just kind of paired off and did their things. No, you're taking the best and the brightest over here, and she's enthralled with you over here. She's willing to do anything for you. When we see, and just when we did a live stream last week, and depending when this airs, there's a video I did where this woman she was working in the prison, and she fell in love with an inmate in there, and he was in there for child abuse. Again, men are kind of left like, yeah, make that make sense. We don't get it. We don't get why this has a stranglehold on you, like Sweet Baby Ray's house in the black community. We see it all the time, and we just shake our head and said, "All right, this seems to be nothing you can do with that." I just wish you the best in the next shootout. I hope he doesn't bring it into the house. I hope whatever his street problems are don't become your problems. And hope you realize he's not some sort of supervillain. You're just tricking yourself into thinking he will be anything else different. Maybe Tyler Perry is to blame as well, but I'll leave it at that. If you got something to add, let me know down in the comments. If you see videos on your screen right now, take a look at those. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And if you listen to sound my voice right now and you're driving, you're liking this type of content, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.